Paul Pogba at Man United. The story of how Hollywood homecoming turned into a nightmare. It's now official. After 6 years and 2 trophies, Manchester United have confirmed Paul Pogba will be leaving the club on a free transfer. His arrival in 2016 was meant to be the start of another successful period for the club, but ultimately, that hasn't been the case, and he departs Old Trafford as a disappointment, even if it's not entirely his fault. Back in 2016, United were planning for a brighter future. Though Louis van Gaal had won the FA Cup, the Red Devils decided they needed an upgrade in the dugout to counter Pep Guardiola's move to Manchester City. United knew Jose Mourinho would be a risk, but, with Ed Woodward getting increasingly desperate to win the Premier League title, the Red Devils decided to do a deal with the devil. In came Mourinho and, not too long after, Pogba came as well. It was a sensational move, with United paying a massive £89 million for a player they'd let go for free 4 years previously. That made him the world's most expensive player, gazumping the £85 million Real Madrid paid for Gareth Bale back in 2013. Erik ten Hag. Man United's 25-man squad for next season with 6 signings. Pogba's Hollywood homecoming was a huge coup. Stormzy got on board for the announcement video, and, late in the night in August that year, it was confirmed. Initially, things went well. Pogba didn't set the world alight during his first season at Old Trafford, scoring 5 times in the Premier League and clocking up 4 assists. Yet he was instrumental as the club won the Carabao Cup and Europa League under Mourinho, scoring in the final of the latter. Ahead of his second season, hopes were high he'd kick on. That United would as a team, too. His stats improved. He scored 6 goals and registered 10 assists in the top flight, but his relationship with Mourinho soured. Don't miss Ten Hag's 10 transfer targets at Man United, explained Anthony. Comments suggest Ten Hag reunion at Man United is possible. Man United have 5 players who can be amazing under Ten Hag, the pair publicly feuded on the touchline during a 2-0 defeat to Tottenham. At the time, some wondered if Pogba had become annoyed at Alexis Sanchez gazumping him in the wage table. Mourinho wanted to get rid of Pogba in the summer transfer window of 2018, just 2 years after bringing him back. But the hierarchy resisted, so the pair were forced to work together. Not for much longer, mind. Mourinho, by this point, started to lose control of the team. The players who had delivered for him in his first season had now grown tired of his methods and demeanor. And his relationship with Pogba grew increasingly worse. Mourinho's final game as United boss was a chastening 3-1 defeat to Liverpool, with the club's most expensive player left on the bench. Think you know sport? Test your sporting knowledge with our tricky quiz, and, soon after, he was gone. Pogba seemed to aim a cheeky dig at his old boss in the immediate aftermath, though later insisted it was down to a mix-up with his social media team. United needed somebody to get the World Cup winner firing. So they turned to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who had previously managed Pogba during the midfielder's time in the academy. Solskjaer managed to coax the best from Pogba during his spell as interim boss, with the France international enjoying a new lease of life. But, in the summer of 2019, after clashing with fans following a 1-0 defeat to Cardiff on the final day of the season, the midfielder suggested he was open to leaving United behind. "There is a lot of thinking going on," Pogba said. Want the latest football news? Join our brand new Facebook group by clicking here. I have been 3 years in Manchester and have been doing great, some good moments and some bad moments, like everybody, like everywhere else. After this season and everything that happened, with my season being my best season, it could be a good time to have a new challenge somewhere else. In the end, Solskjaer resisted. And Pogba stayed at United, despite clearly being keen on a move to Real Madrid, who were managed by childhood idol Zinedine Zidane. He had his moments during the rest of Solskjaer's tenure, at times looking the £89 million player they thought they were getting. But he will now leave after an underwhelming campaign, with his form suffering following the appointment of Ralf Rangnick. In years to come, it's possible Pogba will become a symbol of this United team and their plight. Yet the club failed him, too. That can't be ignored. United promised to build their team around Pogba but never quite did. He was a poster boy, but not a leader. How he will fare elsewhere remains to be seen. On his day, he's unplayable. On others, he's a peripheral figure. Which Pogba will emerge from this United nightmare is something only time will tell.